Do I need a?
No, it'll come out of the speaker on the right.
Okay. Are we?
What else? Question for Scott Coker here. Nolan, go ahead.
Recording in progress.
Well, Scott, I think first and foremost here, just give me your reaction to what we just saw. Pretty amazing knockout from Fedor.
Yeah, that was really special. I mean, I've been in the fight game a long time, man. For him to really deliver in his hometown, in front of all of his fans, I mean, it was really fun to watch. It was a real special night, and like I said, being a promoter for so long, there's a few times that just capture that moment in time, and really this was that night, and it was, I was like, wow, at 45 he could still bring it. And he threw combinations at Tim that I haven't seen for a little while, honestly. And I think that the pressure of him being at home really helped him. And he's even when I saw him yesterday, he seems so focused, and I think a lot was riding on the line for him. He's here, and he's proud to be here, and all his people are here. It was just an amazing night. I mean, it was like, wow, it's unbelievable.
I know when this fight was made, everybody had an opinion, and we had talked about that quite a bit. Do you feel like this is exactly why this fight was made, that Fedor still does have some left in the tank, and you just kind of had to see how it played out?
I mean, I don't know if I can't remember last time Tim was knocked out, or if he's ever been knocked out like that. And Fedor, I mean, he threw some combinations at Tim that I was like, man, his hand speed is still there, and his twitch speed is still there. And so, he proved it. He proved that why, to me, he's still the greatest of all time. And, I was, sitting around David Green and Javier Mendez and Habib, and we were just talking about, Jesus, unbelievable. At 45, he still can bring it like that. It's unbelievable. It's like, time just stopped for him.
And I know you might not, this obviously just happened, so you might not have a roadmap yet, but it bodes the question. I mean, he just beat the number 2 guy in the division. Is a title shot next? Do you feel like, what do you think this final fight is going to be? What are the stakes here?
I'll tell you, I haven't talked to Fedor about it. I just want to enjoy this moment, and I think he just wants to enjoy this moment. So, talk to us in maybe 2 or 3 weeks, and we'll have an answer for you.
And last one for me, I got to ask you about Usman Nurmagomedov too. Looking very good. Another quick finisher. Him. Do you think it's time for a step up in competition for him?
Yeah, absolutely. I was sitting down talking to Javier Mendez, and he said, man, Scott, I'm telling you, this kid has it all. And he's trained, some of the greatest in the sport. And to me, he has one of the best, gyms in the history of MMA. If you really think about how many champions have come out of that gym in San Jose. And we had a little chat, before the final started, before Fedor's fight. And he just told me, he goes, look, Coker, I'm telling you, man, this kid's got it. Couple more fights, which we, to me, you saw one of them, but he said he's ready to step it up and take it to the next level. But I think he's thinking a couple more fights and then go right for the title.
Jay, go ahead.
Thanks very much. And Scott, congratulations on the event tonight. Great showing in Moscow, first card there. First of all, I want to start with the co-main event. Spoke to Said Soma. He said he's willing to run that fight back. Is that something that you'd be interested in, or do you think he showed enough to say, hey, he was definitively winning that fight?
I mean, I think they should run it back. Of course, this is, we're just talking now because I haven't spoken to the athletes, but I think that fight was really close, in my opinion. And, unfortunately, the figure got dislocated, and when he first did it, I looked at it, I was like, oh, that's what a kind of an anticlimactic way to end that fight. But, at the end of the day, as much as we would like to have the fighters continue, health and safety is number one. And I would not want to put Minikoff in a situation where he could have got, knocked out or hurt more because he couldn't defend himself. And that's not what we're here for. We're here to make sure that these athletes have the safety of our company and the safety of the athletic commission that was here, and they made the right call.
And in terms of just the Russian event, just give us your thoughts overall on how that went, and how soon are you planning to perhaps return to Moscow or even St. Petersburg or another venue?
I'll tell you, we had such great partners here. We had Sav Entertainment, Nadia, who was our partner in the Moscow market. And she's been a tremendous help navigating us through, the trials and tribulations of maybe not being as big because we had such a great partner. And then we have our Oko TV deal here, which they've been great partners, and we have Windline online betting for the first time here. So we had some great sponsorships, some great attendance. But when I think about the expansion of Bellator, really it started, probably 3-4 years ago when we said, okay, we're going to start expanding, and we're going to Europe. We went to the UK, went to Ireland, went to Italy, went to Hungary, went to Tel Aviv, been to Tokyo, and now we could put, the Russia market in our hat, and I think we did a great job. And we'll definitely be back, and would like to build a business here. I think you'll see Bellator come to Russia, a couple times a year minimum, and we're definitely going to keep our eye out for the next up and coming talent here, because there are so many gyms here, so many great fighters here. And when you look at our roster, we have so many great Russian fighters. That's one of the reasons why we decided to come. But really, the main reason was, Fedor, even back as far back as Strikeforce, he always said, "Hey, come to Russia. I want you to see my homeland." And I was like, yeah, we will get there one day. But to finally get here and to have that victory the way that it unfolded for him here in his hometown with his fans, really a special night. And put a check on that bucket list.
All right, thanks very much, Scott.
Yeah.
Hi, Scott. First time speaking to you, so pleasure to introduce myself. It's almost like at this point we can never expect anything else from Fedor. How long do you see him fighting on for? How many fights, if you could kind of put that map out there right now?
Well, we have scheduled one more fight for him, but I know him. He's I don't know. He looked really good. Like you said, he beat our number 2 or number 3 contender. But let him enjoy the victory, and let him really savor this thing, and then we'll revisit with him maybe in a month. But I think the next day we'll probably schedule it in early next year, or maybe spring of next year, and that's when you'll see Fedor fight again.
And you just spoke about expanding the business and coming to the UK and Ireland. That being from the UK, I feel like I have to ask you, what's the next move coming to the UK and MVP? Do you have any plans for MVP and coming back to the UK as well?
Yeah, we're definitely starting dialogue with MVP, about his next fight there in London. So that will definitely happen sometime. I want to say, again, first, second quarter of 22. So that'll be on the books. We definitely plan to go back to Ireland. I think you'll see us go back to Paris, Tokyo, and come back to Russia. So we're going to be very busy next year.
A couple more here. Kobe.
Hi, Scott. First time talking. Pleasure to talk to you. Great event, great card. I just want to know if there's anyone that stood out to you in the prelims.
I tell you, when you saw prelims, you talking about the undercard, or you talking about the
undercard? The undercard.
Yeah, I mean, you know what? Unfortunately, I got here a little bit late due to traffic, but I think that when I look at the main card, which I was here for, that was the guys that impressed me really were Minikoff. Still looked very fast to me, and still looked like he could really punch and really hit super hard. So I think that he's still going to be a force to be reckoned with. But I think that the Tokov fight, that was to me a really, really good matchup. And so I think that the fighter that lost, Sharif, didn't lose any stock. I thought that was a great back and forth fight. And then Usman, I thought that he performed like he was supposed to. And then we talked about Minikoff, and then there was Fedor. But I think that when you look down the roster of fighters here from Bellator, I was hoping Koreshkov could have fought tonight, but it didn't work out because his opponent got hurt or got sick. But we're gonna bring it back, and we're gonna bring all the guns again next time we come here to Moscow.
Nice. And your pool of bantamweights is ridiculous. Do you have a number of how many fighters you want in that event coming up?
When you say event, which event?
The Grand Prix.
Well, that hasn't been confirmed yet, but I can tell you that it's definitely looking good that's going to head in that direction. But you know, I would really like to stick to an 8-man tournament, and maybe we'll leave a slot and have 2 fighters fight for that last slot. That or maybe number 8 and number 9, and we'll have them fight for that slot. But yeah, our 135-pound division, especially with the signing of Horiguchi, is going to be amazing. And when I look at our 45s, I mean, I think we got the best fighter in the world at 45. Now at 35, I think I can say I feel we have the best 35-pound division as a whole in any MMA company. So we're going to let those guys get it on, and we're having some exciting announcements happening in 2022.
All right, Scott, thanks for the time.
Thank you.
Recording stopped.
Okay, I'm good.
All right, everyone, guys. Thanks for the wait. Fedor's going to be joining us in just a minute.
CJ.
CJ,
You did it.
yeah, thank
Ой,
you.
как интересно. А что это так? Смотри, как
You want to sit down?
Ну, типа мы там сидим, наверное,
Да, нет, смотри, как это. Я
да? Чтобы это сохранилось как-то.
Okay, we're now being joined by Fedor Emelianenko. Nolan, go ahead.
Fedor, congratulations on the win. Obviously,
Recording
a lot
in
of debate about
progress.
your return. You look great in there from the outside. How did you feel in there, and how are you feeling now?
Thank you, sir. I feel very great. I feel good.
You look quick. I know you're a couple years older than the last time we saw you fight, but did you surprise yourself at all in there with how quick you were and your speed and everything?
Ты сам себя удивил своей скоростью, как это у тебя быстро получилось, потому что мы уже видимся, ты все-таки уже на года на 2 постарше, чем мы, когда виделись последний раз.
Ну да, как раз 2 года и прошло.
Yeah, well, actually, yeah, that's right. 2 years passed.
Я очень рад, конечно, что все получилось. Получилось, как, в принципе, задумывалось.
I'm really very happy. I'm very happy that everything worked out the same way we were thinking about that.
И рад, что удалось порадовать фанатов не только здесь, в России, но и во всем мире, кто следит за нами, за Bellator, за моей командой.
And I'm very happy for the fact that we made happy the audience and we delivered really such great joy to our fans, to those who follow our career and Bellator events.
You said coming into this fight that you were going to see how you feel before making any future decisions. You have one fight left on your Bellator contract. Safe to say we see you fight again?
У вас еще остался один контракт, один бой по контракту с Bellator, да. Что-нибудь вы думали уже об этом? Будете продолжать?
Я вам отвечу завтра.
Well, I will answer this question tomorrow, may I?
Appreciate it. Thanks.
Thank you, sir. I'm free.
Jay, go ahead.
Fedor, congratulations on the win tonight. Tim walked out to an interesting song choice in Real American, and I'm just wondering on your thoughts about that selection and if you think he was maybe trying to get under your skin a little, get an emotional response by using the old USA-Russia rivalry.
How did you feel about Tim doing the whole USA song?
Oh, the song.
Yeah, and the song, and do you think he tried to get in Fedor's head?
Ну, он выходил, у него ринг-клуб, была американская музыка такая, и сделал он это как типа противостояние, может быть, как бы между Россией и Америкой. На тебя произвело это какое-нибудь впечатление?
Я не слушал, я смотрел за кулисами, разминался.
Well, frankly speaking, well, I didn't hear, and I was not listening to this very song because I was standing backstage.
Но вообще не хотелось бы, конечно, никакого противостояния.
But, well, frankly speaking...
Особенно не хотелось бы в спорте каких-то таких движений политических, политических.
Well, frankly speaking, I would like to say that it's really not desirable in sports to organize maybe some, America versus Russia or some entire things, entire each other.
Потому что, делая такие противостояния, потом тяжело за них расплачиваться бывает.
When people try to organize or to show some things which look like entire each other things, then the pay for it is very expensive.
Fair enough. Well, obviously, you got the upper hand tonight. I'm just curious. I know you said you might answer questions about your future tomorrow, but if you were to continue on, Scott Coker has said Bellator will probably go back to Russia maybe a couple times a year. Would you like to fight in Russia for Bellator again, or is your thoughts about maybe fighting in America one more time?
Ну, вы сказали, что вы еще не знаете, ответите завтра все-таки на вопрос, будете продолжать или нет. Но Скотт Кокер сказал, что еще где-то раза 2, наверное, где-то раза 2 в год он бы в России хотел устраивать мероприятия. Вот вы бы, допустим, хотели бы все-таки в России еще раз выступить или в Америке?
Мне в Америке проще выступается.
You know what, it's much easier for me to perform in America.
То есть нет такого внимания, нет такого... Вернее, все есть, но есть запланированные официальные мероприятия.
I don't have such huge attention, or maybe, I do get the attention, but all the events, they're strictly planned.
А здесь, в России, вся наша подготовка, моя и моей команды, прошли под пристальным вниманием камер.
And here, and at home, all our camp and our preparation for the fight, they took place under the supervision of media, journalists, and so far and so on.
Congratulations on the win, Fedor. Let me start by saying you've had so many great moments in your career, so many huge victories. But doing this in Russia, doing this in front of your home crowd, what does this win mean for you? Where does this win rank for you in your career?
Куда бы вы поставили вот эту вот победу по рангу, да, вот это вот такая огромная победа именно дома. Вот среди своих побед, куда бы вы, на какое место поставили бы эту победу?
Не знаю, это одна из самых важных побед в моей жизни. Учитывая возраст, учитывая заслуги Тимати.
It is difficult to say. I think maybe this is one of the most important wins in my career, taking into consideration the location, the country, the age, taking into consideration the force of Timothy, and that Timothy is a strong opponent.
Okay, last one here, Simon.
Hey, Fedor, congratulations on a great performance tonight. You're 45 years old. You're not the fighter you used to be. Did you surprise yourself with this performance and how quick and fluid it was?
45 лет, Федор, да, уже не тот, как был, но вот действительно удивил ли ты себя вот тем, как это быстро и как получился этот бой?
Слава богу, я еще в строю. Скорость не теряю.
Thanks God, I'm still in the row, I'm still in sports, and I'm not losing my speed.
And I have one last question I'd like to ask, Fedor. I know you mentioned that you are not making any decisions about your future and things are very open-ended. But if you were considering that this was the end of your career, how difficult is it for you mentally to look at a performance like this and think you can keep going on forever or for a long time?
Вот сейчас, глядя на этот бой, если бы, допустим, вы бы решили завершить свою карьеру, вот не смотрели бы вы на этот бой, вот если бы вы приняли такое решение, не смотрели бы вы на этот бой и думали, ах, зачем я это сделал? Такой прекрасный бой, я мог бы еще продолжать и продолжать.
Ну вот если вот это вы, немножко это человек.
It's very difficult to answer this question if.
Знаете, пока не заканчиваем. Я говорю, все зависит от... Мы сейчас будем разговаривать со Скоттом завтра. Я со своей семьей, конечно, поговорю.
I would like to say that at the moment, I'm not planning on finishing the career. We're going to talk to Scott. I'm going to talk to my family.
Живем спокойно, помолимся.
We'll live a little bit quietly. We'll pray.
Господь ответит.
And then the God will tell us what we should do.
All right. Well, thank you, Fedor. Congratulations on a great win.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
That's it.
Thank you, Fedor. Thanks for the time.
Let's go. All right.
Recording